Hi guys, welcome to my top 5 games of 2011, and the reason why it's not a top 10 list is because I didn't play 10 games, I only played 8. And the reason why it's not a top 8 list because some of those games kind of sucked in my opinion. I'm going to show you those games. It's going to be my bottom 3. Now keep in mind these are not the worst games of 2011, I'm sure that. They're just the worst games I played. Alright, so the worst game I played of 2011 is Dead Island. Now, this game is a lot of fun when you're playing it with people. However, when you're just doing the single player, the game totally sucks. It's all fetch quests. It's all boring. The only positive thing I could say about the single player and multiplayer, it's in both, are the graphics. The graphics are absolutely phenomenal. I love the graphics in this game. However, that's just not enough to save it. I give Dead Island a 2.5 out of 5. Alright, next off we have Killzone 3, which I actually really loved Killzone 2. However, this game really dropped the ball. The graphics are the same, which is great. The graphics in Killzone 2 are awesome. But the controls, slightly fixed, slightly altered, but not enough to save this game. The multiplayer, I think they only give you like, what, 6 maps or so? It might be 7. To actually play on, and that's just ridiculous. You know, give me some more maps, please, if you're gonna give me something like this. Because that's why I bought this game. I didn't really buy it for the single player. I bought it for the multiplayer, and there's no reason to really buy this game. The story's awful, and that's that. So I gotta give Killzone 3 a 2.5 out of 5. All right. So next up we have Rage, which is not exactly a bad game. It's just half of a great game. The first half, absolutely love. If you've seen my my little gameplay video where I was playing the Dead City level, I absolutely love that level. It is a great level. It's a very fun level. However, shortly after that, the game kind of started to suck, and it really starts to show its bad side on the second disc. And not only that, but by the end, the actual ending of the game is just plain stupid. Half-assed, lazy, and come on, man, that was bad. Anyway, I gotta give Rage a 3 out of 5 because that first half was a lot of fun. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to my top 5 list, and I'm going to start off with number 5 with LA Noire. This game, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed in. I thought it was going to be a little bit better than what it was. Now, by no means this is a bad game. I think it's a great game. I recommend anybody that wants to try something new to check out this game. However, the first half is great. The second half, to me, fell a little short and got really repetitive. You know, you spend the whole game kind of doing the same thing. You know, you look for clues, you interrogate, you chase people down, you might get in a gunfight here and there. And that's the whole game right there. And it's fun. After a while, it gets boring. It's especially that second half. The second half, because the first half it has like it has like a little story kind of going on, and then the story ends, and then it starts up again. It has like another story, and that's when the game loses me, and I lose any kind of interest in this game. And I actually had to force myself to beat this game. So I'm gonna give LA Noire a 4 out of 5. It's a fun game up to a certain point. So there you go. Number 4 is Resistance 3. I really love this game. The only problem, it's got tons of glitches in the multiplayer. The story, I'm gonna get the multiplayer in just a second. The story is still, it's very mediocre, but that doesn't mean that it's bad. It's still a very fun game. The gameplay's great. The controls are absolutely a dream. I don't know how they did it, but somehow Insomniac actually managed to make the PlayStation 3 controller actually usable. Like, I don't feel like my hands are getting cramped. I don't feel like, and this is a first-person shooter, and that's a huge challenge for developers, for Sony or anything like that. You know, the controls for Killzone. I haven't played Call of Duty on the PS3, but the controls on Killzone are absolutely just they just feel wrong. I don't know. I can't really describe it. They just don't feel right. But these controls feel absolutely great. I don't know why I'm saying absolutely a lot. I don't know, but they feel great. So kudos to Insomniac for making awesome controls. Now for the multiplayer is a lot of fun. They don't give you a whole lot of maps, but the maps they do give you, they're very colorful, they're very beautiful, and they're fun to play on. The only problem is no one plays this game, and not only that, the server absolutely sucks on this game. If it wasn't for that, this would probably be my favorite shooter ever. I love this game. I really do. And the multiplayer is so much fun. And I never felt like I was overpowered. I felt like I could actually play the game, and I wasn't getting my ass kicked. I was doing good. And I don't know, it just felt good. I love this game. I really do. So, I'm going to give Resistance 3 a 4.5 out of 5. Okay, so number 3 is Uncharted 3. And this game I was a little disappointed in. Uncharted 2 was so amazing. I love Uncharted 2. Uncharted 2 is one of my favorite games ever. And this one just did not hold up. It lives in the shadow of it. The gameplay's still great. Except for one thing, I'll get that in just a second. The graphics are still amazing. And the voice acting is still amazing. I mean, everything is still pretty much perfect. Except, it's just like I said, it lives in the shadow of Uncharted 2. One major complaint I have with the game is in the gameplay, though. There's parts of the game that it's kind of stealthy and everything, and you're somewhat forced to sort of sneak up on a guy and kill him and all that stuff. That part in the game is nearly impossible. The stealth is totally broken. It's almost, I don't think there's actually one part in the game where the stealth actually worked. I had to go in guns blazing, and that's kind of it, though. That's my problem with the game, is that, and it just got a little ridiculous. And there was this one part of the game I kept on dying, and it's like a part where Drake is hallucinating. I'm not going to get into how it all plays out, but it's I had to redo that part in the game several times, and you just had to kind of just keep on trying. Eventually, you just got lucky, but yeah, the stealth absolutely broken in this game. That's one major complaint about it, though. However, still a great game. It's definitely worth buying, without a doubt. And it's, even though it lives in the shadow of Uncharted 2, it's still a very, very solid piece to the Uncharted franchise. It's better than the first one, just not as good as the second one. Number 2 is a game that's probably going to piss a few of you guys off. And all I have to say to you is, fuck you. Alright? You want to put this game at number 1 on your list, you go make your own video. Okay? So, without further ado, number 2 is Skyrim. It's not number 1! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Okay, this game is great. It's an amazing game. But is it perfect? Is it really the best game of all time? Is it really worthy of that title? No, man. Fuck no. It's far from it, okay? The game's got glitches. The game's got problems. The game has bits and pieces where it's extremely repetitive. Now, I'm not going to get into why I hate this game. Because it's number 2 for a reason. I actually love this game, actually. I know, I'm admitting it. But, like I said before, the game has problems. The glitches. There's a part in the game where it's in the main story quest where I had to actually sit down at a council meeting, and as I sit down, everybody just turns and looks at me, and nothing happens. So I sit there for about 10 minutes just trying to get the thing to work, and it never happens. So I had to come back to that mission later. About a week later, I was actually able to play that mission and complete it, and eventually beat the main story. And another problem, and this is my main problem, the game gives you an abundance of quests, and that is great. That is just absolutely awesome. I love that. The game does deserve praise just for that. But however, a lot of the quests revolve around you going to either a dungeon or a cave, and a lot of those caves and dungeons look pretty much the same as the last cave or dungeon, and that's when I get a little bored playing this game. And you fight the same enemies, Draugrs, which is, I don't have a problem with fighting the same enemies as long as it, gives you like a different scenery, and the scenery is not different. You're just given a different quest, and that's it, a different objective. And other than that, the game is almost perfect. I'm not gonna lie, it's almost perfect. The game gives you so much to do. It actually gives you too much to do. And like I said, I'm not saying that's a problem. I'm just saying it gives you a lot to do. But the graphics are pretty amazing given the scale. However, there are parts in the game, like the caves and dungeons, that fall a little flat to me. And what else is there? One thing that I consider a problem, some people might not, is that the characters have so much to say. They actually have a little too much to say. You'll be trying to do a quest, and you try to kind of get, okay, what are you gonna do? And they just go on and on and on and on and on about their life, and it's just like, okay, I don't really care. Just give me the quest, and let's so I can complete it and go to bed or do whatever I got to do, next. So, but yeah, that's really it though. Like I said, Skyrim's awesome. It's a game that anybody should own, and that's why it's number 2. Now it's time for number 1, and my pick for Game of the Year of 2011 is Batman Arkham City. I loved Arkham Asylum, and I think I love this one even more. However, there are certain things I like better in Arkham Asylum, but there are things I like better in this game. One thing I have to note, there's not one problem I have with this game. Not one issue. However, if I had to pick one little nitpick, and this is just me nitpicking, I'd have to say the dialogue's a little off in some areas. Other than that, to me, this game is flawless. The combat is beautiful. The graphics are beautiful. The voice acting is top notch. What else? I don't know. I mean, everything that revolves around this game, I absolutely love. And like I said, I don't have one problem with this game. Batman's awesome. I love Batman. I've always loved the character. And this is just a total love letter. It's a love letter to Batman fans like myself, or even if you don't even like Batman, this game is worth checking out. You just can't go wrong with it. So there's not really much I can say. It's a great game. So that about wraps it up for my top 5 list. And I just want to say thank you for watching. And Skyrim sucks.